Good morning. It has been brought to our attention that one of our lanes has one of these popping up. They are called nylon lane plugs. And what they do is they cover a screw that holds this lane down. And when these start to pop up, that is your sign that a bolt that holds this lane down has broken. So if you look, you can move that lane. Let me see if I can get you in there to look. Yeah, she moves. So this bolt under here is broken, or screw, I should say. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this plug out, remove this bolt, put a new plug on top of this one. And half the time when these are broken in there, you're not gonna get the bottom half out. You're just not. So you can get the top out and plug it, but it's not really worth it to try to remove the other half of the screw. So we're just gonna go about a 1/4 inch above it, and we're gonna drill a new hole and put a new screw. So let's get started by removing this plug. Sometimes they'll pop out easy. Oh, look, that one popped out real nice and easy for us. So we're gonna go ahead here and drill out what I believe to be a broken screw. Let's see if our assumption is correct. No, it's not actually a broken screw. So why was it not holding down the lane? That is the question. Anyways, I mean, we could try to drive it back down in. Let's see. Nah, it's just stripped. So we're gonna take this out because it's just spinning in the wood. Now we're gonna come over here, grab our little handy dandy bag of nylon lane plugs here. Make sure we grab the right color. Best we can. Get this in here. And you don't want to take a metal hammer to this. You just want to kind of tap it in like that until it feels pretty flush. You don't want it too deep, and the reason being, if it's too deep, you'll get little pockets of oil here, and that doesn't look very good. So we are going to go ahead with the process of installing a new screw. So what that entails is we've got a pretty heavy duty Cobalt 7/16 drill bit here. You get them on Amazon, pretty decent. This wood surface, this synthetic wood, is extremely hard to drill into, and if you don't have a drill bit that's up for the job, you're going to struggle quite a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and take some oil here. This is just some 5W30 motor oil. Oh, we use it for a lot of things. Let me see here how we're looking on, if you guys can see. How's that? I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and go right here, right above this last divot here. I'm not really liking this. Let's go down a little more. There we go. And we're gonna take our oil and we're gonna do a nice little healthy dot. About that size there. Let's zoom back in actually. There we go, focus. Now we're gonna take our drill and we are going to keep it as straight as humanly possible and get it very in line with the other plugs. Make sure we're on 1 slow speed. Get it right there. And just very, very carefully start drilling a new hole. You don't want to mess this up. So you can see it started. I'm gonna go ahead and back out. This is what we're kind of looking like right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more oil in there. So remember, you don't want to go too deep with this hole because this is where your plug is gonna sit. So we're gonna go small increments at a time here, keeping it straight. Pulling out now. And this is kind of a guessing game, so to speak, of your depth. I've done this quite a few times, so I kind of know how deep to go. It's gonna be a little bit of trial and error. I suggest going really slow when you first start doing these, because you can always go more, but you can never go less. So we're gonna take out all the gunk here. So, come on, get out of there. Here's kind of like the depth that I'm looking for. I'd say about another 1/4 inch deep. We're gonna test this out real quick. Grab a little plug. We're gonna go in with the plug here. You know, these plugs are a dime a dozen, so they're pretty cheap. We can use them to test. Okay, so feeling the plug, I still feel like it is ever so slightly raised. So we're actually gonna go just a little bit deeper. See, you can always go more, but you can never go less. So to get it out, I just take a flathead screwdriver and a hammer, and I'm gonna give it a good old whack in the middle here. And then if you get it in there enough, you should be able to turn it to the side and pop it out. This one's being a little difficult, and that's okay. Yep, there we go. So now we're gonna go ahead again with our oil, and then we're gonna go back in with our drill. The point of the oil is not only to stop the drill bit from dulling very fast, but what it does is it helps your edges here. See, I got a little bit of a blemish there on the side of there, unfortunately, but that's okay. It does not need to be perfect. You know, part of the oil is to try to keep these edges from splitting and cracking, and just all in all looking pretty poopy. So let's see if we can get in there on there. See, I got a little blemish there on the side. That's okay. It's not gonna cause any harm. Let's go back out here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we got our hole drilled down just a little bit more. I feel pretty confident now. I think we can go ahead and move forward. I think the plug is gonna sit in there pretty good now. So now I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna grab a different drill bit. These are some more Cobalt drill bits. They're very nice drill bits. They last a while. Take good care of them. Don't lose them. They're expensive. So we're gonna switch this bad boy out. Ooh, that's crooked. So now the point of this guy is we're gonna drill right in the middle here so that our screw has a place to go down, like a pilot hole. So you just go right on in and you'll feel it go through. We're gonna pull it back out. There we go. So now what your hole should look like is kind of a beveled hole with a smaller hole in the middle. Now we are going to take these. They're called Robertson screws. Here's the part number for anybody interested. And they go right into that little hole we just made. They're a square bit screw. Not my favorite, but they work. So let's go in here with our screw. I can't see where. Lost you there for a second. No worries. Haven't done anything. So we're gonna come right on in with our screw, making sure we're straight. I'm just gonna go right down on into the hole. Yeah, that's solid. All right, so now proof of concept. This lane is nice and strong now. No more lifting and your balls aren't gonna bounce too bad. So let's go ahead and get more gunk out of this hole. Just crap that will make the plug not sitting there right. The goal for these plugs is to get them in there where they will not come out. Easier said than done a lot of times, but we do our best. So we take the right color nylon lane plug, stick it right on the top here, give her a little whack with the hammer. Bingo, she's flush. Yeah, that is a very, very nice job done to this lane. All right, so yeah, now we have no more popping up of the nylon plug, and our lane is bolted down properly within USB-C spec. So yeah, that's how you do a repair of those bolts. Thanks for watching.